Cardano crypto technical analysis, price prediction, and market structure. And here we are on the monthly chart, and at this point we can see that price over the last couple of years has been moving rather sideways, excuse me, in this area over here, and this indicates that we have been consolidating. To add to this, we also have what seems to be a W formation over here, which had a neckline over there. We saw price again break into the upside of that structure and then come back to the area to test it out. And again, we can see that the market was not able to hold price at this level where we have the neckline of that W formation or double bottom, as the anticipation was for price to bounce off of that area and then potentially move up. What else do we see in regards to the monthly chart of Cardano? Another thing that I see that is also very much important is the fact that as much as price had given us this double bottom or W structure, remember that what normally happens in regards to these patterns is that a lot of traders and investors actually buy on that second leg of that W structure, and they place their stop losses just below that structure. So it is quite possible that this entire move over here is actually part of a stop hunt, and we may see the market continue to move from where it is further down to around here somewhere, which is where we have all of those stop losses located, due to the fact that a lot of traders and investors actually bought on the second leg of that W structure and placed their stop losses just below there, right? So from here, let's head down to the weekly chart and let's see what's happening on the weekly chart. And remember, guys, just to recap, on the monthly chart we spoke about how price had given us this double bottom over here, and that we have potentially a lot of stop losses located in and around this area, and we may see the market actually continue to move further down to trigger all of those stop losses. Now that we are on the weekly chart, what do we see? On the weekly chart, we can see that we have an opposing structure, and that opposing structure is this overextended double top, which opposes, by the way, the structure over here, which is a W formation. And what this tells me is that at this point in time, buying or selling Cardano is actually very risky. And as I said, that is because we have two opposing structures. The first one is the double formation, and the second one is the double top, and they more or less have necklines in the same area, plus minus, right? So what may possibly happen is price may, as I said, bounce off of this area and potentially go up, because we have, remember, this W formation which has a neckline there, right? Or because we have this double top, price, right, may bounce off of this area which is the neckline of the double top, and then continue to move further down to grab all of those stop losses that are located in and around that area, right? That's what I see in regards to the weekly chart. Let's head down to the daily chart. On the daily chart, I'm just going to start off by adding my channel. There goes my channel plus minus. Just bear with me. There we go, there we go, there we go. There goes my channel. And in regards to the daily chart, we can see that we are in a very strong downward trend, which confirms that we may potentially still see the market continue to move further down, right? But in as far as buy or sell opportunities at this point in time, I don't see any. Just keep in mind that on the weekly chart we spoke about this huge double top there, and that we may potentially see the market actually move further down, right? And again, just to zoom in, I see a smaller double top again here, which had a neckline there. Price broke to the bottom side of that neckline and then went up to the neckline again to test it and then push further down, right? But in as far as buy or sell opportunities for that matter at this point in time on the daily chart, I don't see any. I'm just gonna add this area over here, which is a very strong level of resistance in my very humble opinion, and we may actually continue to see price move further down, right? So again, in as far as buy or sell opportunities go for that matter, I don't see any. Let's head down to the H4 chart. Just bear with me. I'm just gonna fix my channel. There we go, more or less. And just to zoom in on the H4 chart, and to recap again, remember that on the daily chart we spoke about how price had given us that smaller double top. However, do not confuse this double top with the bigger one on the weekly chart, right? This is just a smaller double top that we have on the daily chart, right? And we said that we may potentially see price actually do this and continue to move that down, right? And just looking at the H4 chart, we can see that within this area over here, the market is starting to give us higher highs and higher lows, right, as it's attempting to potentially move up. However, just bear in mind that we have a very strong level of resistance in around this area over here, and that's where exactly we have the neckline of that double top that we spoke about on the daily chart. So again, the market from where it is may bounce off of this area and then potentially still move further down, right? So in as far as buy opportunities again goes at this point in time, I don't see any. Personally, I would love to see, just to go back to the daily chart, I would love to see, in fact, let me go back to the weekly chart. Personally, I would love to see price actually move further down to around here somewhere, right? And that's because again, that's where we have all of those stop losses that are located, and that's due to the fact that the market had given us this double formation. And as I said, traders and investors usually buy on that second leg and place their stop losses below here, right? So there's a lot of liquidity within this area, and I would love to see price continue to move that down to this area. And at this point is where I will potentially look to buy this particular stock, or rather this particular crypto, excuse me.